The house that breathed. At night some houses creak when the wind blows. Some houses whisper when they're old. But this house breathed. The invitation when Ayaan received the email. It arrived without a sender's name. Subject, caretaker needed. Immediate joining message was short. Strange and unsettling. Greater than. An old property requires supervision for a limited time. Greater than. No visitors. No questions. Greater than high pay. One condition. Greater than do not leave the house after sunset. Ayaan laughed at first. It sounded like a badly written horror movie setup. But then he saw the amount mentioned at the bottom. It was more money than he had earned in the last 6 months combined. Desperation has a way of silencing common sense. He replied. Within minutes, a location pin arrived deep in the countryside, far from the city lights. The road that forgot people bus dropped him at the last stop. No one lives beyond this, the driver said, avoiding eye contact. The road ahead was narrow, swallowed by tall trees whose branches tangled overhead like broken fingers. The air felt thick, heavy like the forest was holding its breath. As Ayaan walked, his phone lost signal. No birds, no insects, just the sound of his own footsteps, and something else. A faint rhythmic sound, like slow breathing. He stopped. The sound stopped. He walked again. The breathing followed. The house appeared as the structure stood before him 3 stories tall, windows black and empty like hollow eyes. The paint had peeled so badly it looked like the walls were shedding skin. The front door was already open. That should have been his cue to turn back. Instead, he stepped inside. The door slammed shut behind him. Rolls on the wall hallway smelled of damp wood and something metallic. On the wall hung a framed paper, yellowed with age. House rules 1. Lock all doors before sunset. 2. Ignore voices calling your name after dark. 3. If you hear footsteps upstairs, do not investigate. 4. Do not use mirrors between 2 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock a.m. 5. If the house starts breathing, hide. Do not breathe with it. Ayaan swallowed. This is stupid, he muttered, but his voice sounded wrong, like the house repeated it back. A second later, softer, as evening fell, the temperature dropped unnaturally fast. Ayaan locked the doors, just as rule number 1 said. At exactly 7:13 p.m., the house sighed. Not wind, not with settling. A deep, slow inhale, then an exhale that made the walls shudder. The lights flickered. From somewhere upstairs came the sound of bare feet dragging across the floor. Ayaan froze. Rule number 3 echoed in his mind. Do not investigate. Then the footsteps stopped. Right above his head, the voice that knew him at 9:40 p.m. He heard his name, Ayaan. It came from the kitchen. Sounded exactly like his mother. His chest tightened. She had died 3 years ago. Ayaan, Beta. Dar was a colo. His hand moved on its own toward the kitchen door. Then he remembered rule number 2. He stepped back. The voice changed. It twisted, stretched, breaking into something wet and angry. You should have come when I called. Something slammed against the door from the other side. Once, twice, then silence. The breathing begins at 1:58 a.m. I noticed the walls moving, not shaking, moving, slowly expanding and contracting. Inhale, exhale. The house was breathing. The floor rose and fell beneath his feet. Panic seized him. Rule number 5. Hide. Do not breathe with it. He rushed into a closet, pulling the door shut just as the breathing grew louder. The house inhaled deeply. Ayaan held his breath. His lungs burned. The moment he gasped, the house exhaled violently. Something screamed inside the walls. The mirrors lit to 17 a.m. Despite the rules, Ayaan passed a mirror in the hallway. His reflection lagged behind. When he stopped, it kept walking. The reflection turned slowly toward him. Its mouth opened to wide. It whispered, "You're already inside me." The mirror cracked from top to bottom. Ayaan ran. What the house eats in the basement? He found photographs pinned to the walls. Dozens of faces. Men, women, children, caretakers, all smiling in their rival photos, all screaming in the last ones. Dates stretched back over 100 years. The house didn't need caretakers. It needed witnesses. And when it was done being watched, it fed. Morning never came. At dawn, the front door opened on its own. Sunlight poured in. Ayaan ran, but the hallway stretched longer with every step. The door moved farther away. The walls closed in, ribs tightening around him. The house inhaled deeply one final time and swallowed. A new caretaker weeks later, a new email appeared in someone else's inbox. Subject, caretaker needed. Immediate joining, high pay. One condition, do not leave the house after sunset. And somewhere deep in the countryside, a house waited, breathing softly, hungry,